Starting off the morning on the BNSF Creston Subdivision, I was hiding in a hole while assisting a work train in Louisville, Nebraska. The crews didn't need me till later in the afternoon, so I just shot what came by from the truck. The first train was BNSF 6019 East, leading a loaded coal train. I apologized for the view obstruction. The crews told me to wait here, so this was all I had. The power consist of this coal train was pretty nice, with the H2 SD70 Mac trailing up front, and an executive SD70 Mac pushing on the rear at speed. This next eastbound I stepped out for, as I knew it would be perfect in the golden light. A KCS empty grain train speeds into Louisville, led by ES44AC 4845, basking in the sun with its bell paint scheme. Tough luck for me though, it was worth it getting my shoes all muddy. I wish I had stepped out for this one, as the westbound traffic was let loose before the work train could take the main for a few hours. A pair of KCS SD70 ACEs lead this loaded grain train heading back to KCS rails. This was the last of the westbound traffic before the work window would open for the rest of the afternoon. BNSF 9004 leads this westbound empty coal train bound for the mines in Wyoming. I never thought I'd see one of these in motion. As a part of the work crew team, this Herzog multi-purpose machine, or MPM for short, was being used for the spreading of new ballast. The tractor on top of the bare tables runs on a rail where it can move back and forth, spreading the ballast on the side of the tracks. There were 2 machines working at this location, one having a killer P5 horn, which I missed getting on video, but still very cool to see. After getting off work, I ventured out a little bit west of Lincoln towards the town of Pleasantdale off the BNSF Ravenna line. It's a little bit of a drive from the interstate, but Pleasantdale is a nice and quiet area to hang out in. The County Road 175 bridge gives off a fantastic view, sitting right on a curve for train traffic to pass. It wasn't long before the first westbound would show on the Super Coal Speedway, with the train that I already saw in Louisville. BNSF 9004 West was that train, as they speed out of Lincoln. There was a clear signal lined as the westbound was passing me. It was for BNSF 8588 East with a loaded coal train. As I moved locations to just north of Milford, BNSF 9056 East snuck up on me as they screamed past O Street Road with its beautiful sounding third generation K5 LLA. I moved locations again on the other side of I-80 in time for BNSF 8037 East, following the loaded coal train that just passed moments ago. Moving closer to Seward, the parade of eastbounds continue, with BNSF 4175 leading a unit train towards Lincoln. The All Heritage 2 paint consist was a nice added touch, but just wait till you see what's pushing on the rear. Here's a hint, it's visiting from outside the country. BNSF 8762 West leads this empty coal train, almost sneaking up on me at the maximum authorized speed. Moving to the east side of CP 333, BNSF 8481 leads this loaded coal train heading towards Seward before making the sharp turn to the south. The wind turbine in the background was a nice added touch. This train was running as an odd 2x1x2 setup, pulling 135 loads of coal, 80 cars on the front end, 55 cars on the rear. I made another visit to Tamora as the evening light was shining on the ex-Conrail GP9 High Hood and the ex-C&O SD18. BNSF 9243 West was approaching fast as the light was starting to fade away. BNSF 5811 East approaching Tamora at this point had lawed out and had to wait for a relief crew out of Lincoln. It wasn't long of a wait before the crew showed up, got on board, and dialed up the dispatcher to proceed east.
Radio. 1328 relief crew on the BNSF 5811, over.
1320 crew, what's your GCB number?
GCB number 20343 is 1328 crew.
20343, good GCB 05 BNSF 5811, permission proceeding, signal indication over.
20343, good GTV, permission to proceed east on signal indication, thank you.
You will, special.
The evening wasn't over for me yet. I moved to CP-333 for the next catch, as an advanced approach signal was lit for an eastbound, which eventually upgraded to a clear signal. But little did I know, I was in the perfect spot, because not only was an eastbound coming, but a westbound was lined as well, and timed it for a perfect meet right on the crossing.
Total axle 558. Temperature 82 degrees out. BNSF detector. Milepost 34.0. Main 1, no defects. Repeat, no defects. Total axle 552. Temperature 82 degrees out.
There was one more train that BNSF had in store for me after a long day, and it wasn't a coal train. It was actually a manifest freight train led by BNSF 5538. It was finally nice to see something other than coal.
detector. Milepost 34.0. Main 2, no defects. Repeat, no defects. Total axle 474. Temperature 81 degrees out.
It was a very long day for me, and that day has come to a close, from early in the morning at work to evening adventures afterwards. The signals at CP 333 were off, which meant no other train was in the block, so I packed it up and went back to my hotel in Lincoln. Thanks for pressing that like button and for subscribing to my channel. Make sure that notification bell is turned on for updates on all current content. So long for now from Seward, Nebraska, along BNSF's Ravenna Subdivision.